Stay inside. Lock your doors. There's a maniac on the loose. And just like that scene in SpongeBob, the maniac is me. There is someone impersonating me out there right now I just learned about that cooked up a nefarious galaxy brain scheme that would put Gru to shame here. This is despicable. He dug deep into the neurons for this one, I'll tell you what. He created a fake email called moist.pr and has sent presumably hundreds of emails to every video game company, every app, it seems, and maybe just every company in general at this point. You know, sleep in fear, because you might be receiving an email from the dastardly Pinhead Larry, moist.pr. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he sent emails to dog food companies, and what he's doing is he's asking for free product for the sake of his review. And today, one of the companies that reached out trying to confirm if this is real or if they're being played like a fiddle sent me one of the original emails that he tossed their way. Hi there, I'm Charlie. This is my request for one review key for Legacy Steel and Sorcery for Steam. My channel, Moist Critical Gaming Official. Thanks, then followed by a quirky little smiley face that some high schooler would be sending to someone he's trying to ask to prom. And that has been, variations of this have been sent to innumerable companies to try and get review codes for games and apps, and probably tons more things. Now, if you've got some keen peepers on you, you might be able to read between the lines here and recognize that's not my voice coming through there in the email. That's the voice of a prepubescent little criminal. It sounds like it's written by an actual 12-year-old here. Hi there, I'm Charlie. Now, first of all, it's a high-quality forge read, don't get me wrong, but there's a couple of things that kind of immediately raise red flags. Why, if this is a Moist Critical PR email, would Moist Critical be the one behind it? At that point, why wouldn't Moist Critical just be sending the emails himself instead of setting up his own PR email? The whole point of a PR thing is that it's other people handling it for whoever it is. So why in this case would the Moist Critical PR agency just be Charlie? That doesn't make a ton of sense. It smells pretty fishy, but apparently it went through proper channels for some companies and they wanted to verify the authenticity of it because they wanted to be sure that it wasn't fraudulent. And obviously it's not authentic or anything, but it does make you wonder, a little food for thought, how many companies maybe received this and then just sent over the product for free without, double checking if it was real or not, because maybe this isn't something that's super common, I really don't know. But Matt had received emails like this. Hello Matt, I work on the marketing team at CGE. We got an email from moistcritical.pr requesting 3 codes for a review of our Through the Ages app. So this time he was a little more gluttonous. He was looking for 3 codes this time around, I'm guessing for him and his buddies at the lunch tables. Before sending them over, I just wanted to reach out and verify the legitimacy of the request and that it came from Charlie or someone on the team. If so, we would be more than happy to supply the codes for the game. Very, very sweet of them. And very nice of them to double check before sending it out. They're not the only company that did it, but this is just one of the emails I wanted to show an example of. It has been a song and dance apparently that's been going on for a little while now. Matt just told me about it today because apparently it's becoming even more common, so I'm guessing that he's found some kind of success and is continuing to do it even more aggressively now, which is pretty interesting to think about and something that I didn't even consider as a possibility. Just playing a game of pretend where you LARP as a YouTuber or something and just try and get some free shit out of it. Because most of these things happen between agencies. Like, the developers themselves aren't usually the ones distributing free codes to, online content creators. It's usually whatever agency is managing that. And then usually someone representing a content creator, like a streamer or something, an agency, would be the one to reach out on their behalf for a review code for them to play the game or whatever. And judging by the amount of emails Matt's received from companies concerned and questioning, is this valid? Like, is this a real thing that we just received? It does appear that there is just, this exploitation that is possible here. Obviously not the biggest deal in the world. At the end of the day, maybe this guy gets a couple of free games out of it. Well, I actually don't know. Maybe he got a ton of free shit out of it. I have no clue. I just found it to be very wild that this has been going on I guess, for quite some time. So yeah, just as a general rule of thumb, if you ever receive an email from the Moist Critical PR agency here, you can just wipe your ass with it immediately. It's not me. If you ever receive something fishing for some free review codes claiming to be from the old House of Charles, that's not me. I don't get review codes and I don't ask for review codes. Even on like the very rare occasions where I do like a sponsored stream, like for Dying Light the Beast, for example, they do give like free copies of the game. I don't even use the free copies. I still just buy the product itself. Because even though that stream is sponsored, I still want to play the game as an actual buyer of the product. So that way when I have an opinion on it, it is still as someone who literally spent their money on it. As opposed to it being potentially a skewed perspective on the product because it was something that was given to them for free or something. But that's just a personal choice. The point I'm making here is, if you receive an email from someone claiming to be me asking for some free shit, it's probably not me. You could be pretty certain, you can bet your sweet bippy that it's not actually coming from me. Anyway, that's really about it. So yeah.